Sri Lanka. There's a lot more to do than just catch a train. This week we check out Little Adams Peak, Nine Arches Bridge, and yeah, we catch that famous train. Well, the walkway up to Adams Peak's pretty simple. I've just started on it and I've been taken over by about 6 tuk-tuks. So you can either walk it up or you can catch a tuk-tuk up. But even when you first start walking, straight away you've got Ella Rock. You can see the view. You can look down to the road below where the road heads off to the southern beaches. But you do get a really good picture, a really good view of Ella Rock straight off the bat. Little Adams Peak, it's a nice walk up compared to Adams Peak. I remember doing that about 5 years ago and that's a completely different story. You come past what looks like a little local village, probably a lot of tea plantation workers in there, or maybe people just from Ella Township. But as you walk up, you've got lots and lots of hills of, you guessed it, tea plantation. It's like a bit of a highway.
So you can't miss the turn off to Little Adams Peak. You just turn right where you see the signs for the skywalk, head down as if you're going in there, and then there's a little left-hand walkway that takes you back up towards the peak. Wow, have a look at that. That's amazing.
So if you've done a holiday in Bali, you've been to Teglalang, you've been to Canggu, very similar here. They've got the pool, they've got the bar, you've got the swing. You can look at Ella Rock, or if you want to be like us, plain and simple, you can just do the walk to Little Adams Peak. Let's get walking. Or do you want the swing, Lynn? Nah, but honestly, looks like a pretty flash enterprise. If this is your type of thing, I think you'll enjoy it. You could probably spend a day there, do the walks, do the train in the morning, and then just hang out here of an afternoon, a couple of cold drinks, nice pool. Just not my thing. As you're walking up halfway, you'll come to some stairs. I'm starting to think Sri Lanka is full of stairs. But follow those stairs up to the left and that'll take you up to Little Adams Peak. Well, it's been 5 years since we were last here and there's a lot more attractions here now at Little Adams Peak. You've got a net skywalk that follows the trail up. On top of that, you've also got a climbing wall, ATVs, a zip line. If you want that adventure day, it's all here and then you probably end up down at that pool. Bit more of a goat track now. So at the top of Little Adams Peak, there is a fair few stairs going up. It's not as easy as what I thought at the beginning, or what I remembered from last time, but the view up here is spectacular. There's a lot of rain clouds around. It looks like it's going to pour in the next hour. You know, the monsoon's still hanging around in the centre. We'll keep going. Hello. So when you get to the top of Little Adams Peak, if you turn left, there's a track that goes down to a lone tree at the end of a walk, and you can actually go a little bit further to the second one that looks over what I think is the Horton Plains. I'm not going to take that walk today because I think these rain clouds are going to beat me to the other end. Who you found?
You just love cuddles.
Okay, puppy. There you go, and you're good. Well, that's our third walk for the week. Sagria, Pitarangala, Little Adams Peak. Each time we get a new little friend. But gee, there's some walks in Sri Lanka, isn't there?
Oh, some beautiful, like the views are just out of this world.
This one, but we're just watching this cloud come down. I think we're going to get wet on the way back down, but what do? We're chasing the monsoon, aren't we? Tomorrow,
Okay, here
I think here it comes. I think we're going to head back down, and we might go look at the train tomorrow morning. Let's get going. Here it comes. We're about to get soaked. Well, it's 6:30 in the morning. I thought I'd get down to the Nine Arches Bridge early. I believe there is a 7:10 train, but that could mean it turns up at 8 or 9. But I thought best chance to get photos without people there as early. Let's see how that turns out. The walk down, I've gone off the top, what I call the closest to town walkway down. It does look a bit, let's call it tropical, it's overgrown. Looks like the wet season's here because it is a little bit slippery. There is another way I'll go out to check that, which is the walkway that goes up to the main road. It switches over to some stairs as it gets a little bit steeper. With or without the train, this is a lovely walk. You've got the sun just coming over the mountains, coming through the trees. It's a really nice piece of nature here. See the train come for the walk. Well, I've made it down to the bridge, and surprisingly, there's 3 people here. It might be that there's been some rain around, but it's a pretty beautiful morning. I would say the crowds come a little bit later, probably after that 9 o'clock for that 9:40 train. This is nice this time of the morning. Now just got to wait for a train. But this is a pretty significant bridge. 9 arches, built with concrete, cement, no steel reinforcement used whatsoever, as there was none available in the time back in the 1940s during the war period. Curved bridge, quite aesthetic. Another great part of Sri Lanka. Well, it's been 5 years since I was last here and there's been a lot of changes. I can see where the tea plantations have now gone on the left-hand side. It used to be Instagram central, but that's all gone, but you can still get a nice shot from there. And also there's a few more cafes and warangs, restaurants, that type of thing here. But still, Ella down by the Nine Arches Bridge, nice and peaceful. Definitely recommended if you're doing a 1 week, a 3 week or a long trip around Sri Lanka. So I was here for the 7:10 train and it's just past 8 o'clock and it's not here yet, but there is sometimes that little bit of a wait for trains. But if you do get here and you've got a bit of time, try and climb down the side. You get a really good vantage point of how the bridge has been built. Closer up look. Away from the crowd. Well, it's not too bad today. So that's a really nice site here. I'm just going to put the drone up, have some aerial views. For those that are interested, I have a full Sri Lankan drone license and a security clearance, and I've also spoken to the police this morning, so all my shots are legit while I'm in Sri Lanka. Well, I thought I'd do something different. Why go the easy way? Why walk up the road? I thought I'd follow the train line back to Ella, see what that's like. So far, all I see is bats. The train tunnel is just full of bats, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Just so everyone's aware, I do know the next train is not until 9:40. That's the one that just come through that needs to turn around and go in the opposite direction. And I've got plenty of room to move if something unexpected does happen. Just walking along the line, you've seen the 9-arch bridge. This is actually the 3-arch bridge. Similar design, just smaller. I'm at Kandy station, we're just waiting on platform 4. 6-hour trip to Ella, could be 5, they say possibly 6. Might be an interesting day, just waiting for this train. To be honest, we thought we'd show the Ella to Kandy train trip last, because for some, it's a great experience, and others, it's just a train trip. What's your thought? I've heard a few people are now doing it as a scenic drive. So there are some spectacular views down into the valley, seeing the tea plantation. It's a little bit hairy sitting on the door, but you can be at your chair in the train looking out the window. But where's the fun in that.